The good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears.
Down, 18 Gator.
54 Mike. I know he ain't got it.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout. Instead, they'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, 8, read.
54. I got it.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Eason. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
Operating from the gun. Eason. They got him in. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey. Check 24. He's good.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
218, chopper. Hey!
Mike 54.
2nd and 4. Out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set, ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Back to throw. Eason. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You don't know no better. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Here we go. Ready?
Mike 58, right there. Check.
On 1st down, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Sunday.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Waiting! Sunday!
Now Wentz again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Next score, Eagles 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. This is Bell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So you got
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Bears nothing.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
check.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Yeah,
once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I got you.
Now wins. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Coming, baby.
Throwing to start the drive. Eason going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
My 52. Coming to you.
Off the play fake. Eason. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike.
From the gun, Eason. He's got Burton here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Yeah.
They'll run it with Bell. And an alley to run. And brought down but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down, Eagles.
Go. Waiting.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
On first down, Brooks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, they're running with Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down.
Just like that.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to. And the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
33 yards that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Looking to throw. Eason. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
At the 33-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Protein spill.
Throwing again. Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go. 5-9.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A final shot before half for Wentz. A desperation heat for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Oh, and now some space to operate. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Single. Watch 10. Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Mike 52. It's a party now.
To throw again. Eason. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Fielded at about the 28. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch up.
Again, it's Bell. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
52's the money. All day.
To throw on third down. Eason. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On first down, Eason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down, McKinnon. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
52's the mark, boy. 52. In your face.
To throw on second down, Eason. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason goes underneath for Bell. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Be careful. Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Eason. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 4. Check 4. Wide. Get wide. Undercrush. Let's go.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ready? You go tight. You got tight. You got hit it.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go. 52.
Looking to throw. Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check 9, check 9. 37.
That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Pack. Waiting.
Check 56.
Grade 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Target. Where's 52? Watch 52.
From the gun, Eason. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. 3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed. Always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
Go, AT Gator.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 17.
Go! 90 Wolf!
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Fair!
Alert 3.
Get it!
On 1st and 10, Eason. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Back to throw. Eason. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready up. Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Next to score, Bears 28, Eagles 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Eagles 17.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And an alley to run. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 54.
Looking to throw. Eason. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Eason. He finds McKinnon. Complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jerick McKinnon. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bears 42, Eagles 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He got 29 yards that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing his Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Got it complete to Rodgers. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Oh, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Hey, check 24.
Leo.
Shoot.
Get it.
On second down now, McKinnon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I'm going to hit you.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here's Bell. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line it. 15 line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Ready, ready.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.